Thousands of British Kashmiris have taken to the streets of London to protest what they describe as Pakistan's escalating crackdown in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. The demonstration comes amid growing international concern over reports of civilian deaths, mass arrests, internet shutdowns, and the banning of the Jammu-Kashmir Joint Awami Action Committee or JAAC. Protesters gathered outside the UK Parliament demanding justice, accountability, and international intervention.
Hundreds of British Kashmiris gathered outside the Palace of Westminster before marching through central London in one of the largest demonstrations by the Kashmiri diaspora in recent months. Carrying placards, banners and chanting anti-Pakistan slogans, protesters accused Islamabad of using excessive force against civilians in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. The rally follows weeks of unrest in the region where Pakistan's security forces have been accused of opening fire on protesters, imposing curfews, suspending internet and mobile services, and carrying out widespread arrests after banning the Jammu-Kashmir Joint Awami Action Committee under anti-terrorism laws. Demonstrators alleged that dozens of civilians have been killed during the latest crackdown and urged the United Nations and international human rights organizations to intervene.
वो दिन दूर नहीं जब पाकिस्तान की तमाम मजलूम कौमें बाहर निकलेंगी, अपने हकूक के लिए आवाज उठाएंगी और आज आसम मुनीर हमारे मासूम लोगों को कत्ल करके खुश हो रहा है, लेकिन नहीं, कश्मीरियों का खून रहेगा, नहीं जाएगा, चैन से नहीं बैठेंगे, हमारे डीएनए में मज़ामत है, हम मरेंगे, अपने हकूक से पीछे नहीं हटेंगे। रेंजर्स जो मर्जी करे, पंजाब कांस्टेबल जो मर्जी करे, सहूलतकार जो मर्जी करे, हमारे अभी और जो है वो सरप्राइज आपको मिलेंगे।
The largest violence has intensified criticism of Pakistan's handling of the territory. According to rights groups, the crackdown has been accompanied by the deployment of federal paramilitary forces, arbitrary detention of activists, and communication blackouts across several parts of Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. The International Human Rights Foundation has condemned what it described as the excessive use of force against peaceful demonstrators and called on Pakistani authorities to immediately end the violence, release detained activists, restore communication services, and revoke the ban of JAAC. The organization also pointed to a recurring pattern of violent suppression of public protests in the territory over the past 2 years.
जिन्होंने ये समझा था कि राष्ट्रीय जम्मू कश्मीर के लोगों को कत्ल करके, उनको जख्मी करके, उन पर झूठे मुकदमे दर्ज करके उनको घरों में बंद कर देंगे, तो ऐसा मुमकिन नहीं है। रियासत जम्मू कश्मीर के लोग अपने वसाइल के हसूल के लिए, अपने हकों को मनाने के लिए बाहर निकले हुए हैं और पाकिस्तान के हक जमन के सामने वो खड़े हैं। और आज पाकिस्तान और पाकिस्तानी सिक्योरिटी एजेंसीज को इल्म हो जाना चाहिए कि किस तरीके से पूरे पाकिस्तान के जेर इंतजाम जम्मू कश्मीर में हजारों की तादाद से जो है वो रियासत जम्मू कश्मीर के बाहर निकले हैं।
The protest in London reflects growing anger within the overseas Kashmiri community over Islamabad's response to the unrest in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. The latest crisis began after authorities banned the Joint Awami Action Committee, a grassroots organization that has led public protests over political representation, governance failures, inflation, electricity prices, and economic hardship. Since then, Pakistani authorities have launched an extensive crackdown, registering sedition cases against protest leaders, announcing rewards for their arrest, and deploying additional police and paramilitary personnel across the region. Despite the heavy security presence, demonstrations and shutdowns have continued, highlighting deepening public dissatisfaction with Pakistan's administration of the territory. As protests spread beyond the region and onto the streets of London, international attention on Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir is steadily growing. For the demonstrators, the protest was not merely a show of solidarity, it was a demand for accountability, justice, and an end to what they describe as Pakistan's continued suppression of democratic voices in the territory.